Okay, dear student, today in the series of class 10 mathematics, we are going to start the topic circle. In this topics, in the chapter circle, first we will discuss what the circle is and its other dimension like its radius, center, chord, circumference. So let me explain first what the circle is. So for the circle, let me explain it through one of the example. Suppose this red mark, my fingers, it's a pole, and one of the moving object, yeah, moving point. Like suppose it's a cow which can move. Suppose this is a moving point, and this is a static fixed point. This point moves in such a way, you can see through this dotted line, this point moves in such a way that it is always equidistant from this fixed point. This is moving point and this is fixed point. This moving point moves in such a way that it is always equidistant from this red fixed point. So in this way, what the locus it forms, this moving point, what the locus this moving point form, this is called a circle. So one thing, you don't be confused, this whole region is a circle. This whole region is the circle inside this curved line. And this curved line, let me draw it. This curved line is a circle. This curved line is circumference. This curved line is circumference. Yes, this curved line is a circumference. This boundary, which you also called perimeter, yeah, rim, this boundary curved line is called perimeter or circumference of the circle, and this fixed point is called center, and the length between fixed point and the circumference, this is we called radius. This is radius. Did you? Radius. And this fixed point is called center. Okay, and this is the circumference, this boundary, perimeter, also you can call perimeter or circumference of the circle. And any part, suppose this much part of the circumference, this any part of the circumference is called an arc. Any part, this part, yeah, this is the part of the circumference, so this also we can call arc, an arc. It's okay. And then the second thing is, after this arc and center, the second thing I am going to say, chord. Let me explain the chord. So the second things we discuss about the chord. Let's see, this is the circumference. You take any 2 point, one of the point of the circumference and another point of the circumference, and the line joining any 2 points of the circumference, this line is called chord. So what's the chord is? The line joining any 2 points of the circumference is called chord. As you see, we join the point A and B, so the line AB is chord. Similarly, you can join other 2 points like this and this point. This is also a chord. Now, in this circle, we can make such many chords, but the chord which, suppose this is the center of the circle, then the chord which passes through the center of the circle is called diameter. If you can see, this O is center and the chord PQ passes through center of the circle. So this chord is called diameter. you can see AB is also a chord, but it not passes through the center. So it is not the diameter, but this chord is diameter because the chord PQ passes through the center. One more things, the longest chord is diameter. Diameter is one of the longest chord among all the chords of a circles. So we have discussed what the chord is. Then the next thing is, as I told you, the part of the circumference is called arc. So the region between the arc, let me here, the region between, suppose one of the part of the circumference I take x and y. So joining these 2 points of the circumference, this xy becomes a chord. Now you can see this region between the arc xy and the chord xy. Look it, this is an arc xy and this is a chord xy, and the region between the chord xy and the arc xy, this is we called segment. Similarly, this is also, this xy is also an arc. Remember it, this is a smaller one, we can call it is minor arc. Mainly the a small arc is called minor arc and the bigger arc is called major arc. In the same manner, so look it, this is bigger arc, so major arc. Now this is also the region between the chord xy and the major arc xy. So this region is also we called segment. It is major segment, and the region between minor arc and the chord xy, this is minor segment. So finally, what's the segment is? The region between the arc and chord is called segment. So we discuss about what the circle is, its center, its radius, its circumference, then after what the chord is, what's the diameter is, and then after the segment. Now the third things which we discuss is sector of the circle. Let me, for sectors, let me draw a circle whose center is here at O. Then this OP is radius. Similarly, OQ is also a radius. Now this is the region between the two radius OP, OQ and the arc PQ. Are you looking? This is the radius OP, this is the radius OQ, and this is an arc PQ. So the region between any two radius with arc is known as sector. This is sector. The same things here also works. Since it is a smaller sectors, we called it is minor sector. And this side, this region is called major sector, because this region also included forms between the radius OP and OQ and through this bigger arc PQ. So this is we called major sector, and the smaller one is minor sector. So what the sector is? The region between any two radius with the arc is called sector. Right? With the sector. Now the third thing is we discuss about here. the concentric circle. Let me draw the circles, concentric circles. Suppose this is a fixed point, and we draw a circle taking this fixed point as a center. O is a center. Another circle we draw taking O the center, but we make little small radius, big radius. Suppose from this center we take this much radius and we make a circle here. Are you looking? Let me draw it. Another. These all are the circle. This is a circle whose center is at O. Similarly, this also the circle whose center is also O. So both the circle have same center O, but their radius are different. So two or more than two circles are said to be concentric if they have same center but different radius. Such a circle is called concentric circle. We called it is concentric circle. Okay. Then after, the next thing we are discussing here about the concyclic points. So remember it, what the concyclic points are. Suppose these all the points, here look it, the points A, B, C, D, E, all these points are on the circumference of same circle. So these points A, B, C, D and E are called concyclic points. We can say concyclic points means a point which lies on the circumference of same circle. So these points are concyclic points. After that, let me draw one circle whose center is at O. Now we join with OP and another point Q with the center O. So this angle O, you can say angle POQ is made at the center of the circle. So this is we called central angle. What we called central angle. Okay. So one of the theorem here you experimentally you have to prove. The central angle is double of the inscribed angle. So the thing is, what's the inscribed angle is? Let me take one point X on the circumference of the circle. Let me join PX and QX. Since the angle PXQ is at the circumference of circle, so this angle PXQ is called inscribed angle, or you can say angle at the circumference of the circle. So this is inscribed angle or angle at the circumference. This is central angle. So the theorem, one of the theorem is, you will have to be experimentally proof or theoretically proof. Prove that the central angle is double of the inscribed angle. Your inscribed angle is half of the central angle. Experimentally you will have to prove. So in the experimentally we'll draw such, if you have not indicated ki how many figures are necessary, then better ki you draw 3 figures of different radius. You draw 3 figures of different radius. Okay, in the center O, one of central angle is POQ and inscribed angle is PXQ. In the third figures also, keep in mind radius should be different. All the 3 circles should be different, of different radius. But mostly in exam it's indicated ki 2 figures are necessary and radius not less than this much centimeter, mostly 3 centimeter. So you go accordingly. So experimentally verifications will have, we are going to here learn the central angle is double of the inscribed angle. Here also the point P and Q, and this is the point X. So this is inscribed angle, this is central angle POQ. Now we'll prove that this central angle is double of the inscribed angle. So after drawing 3 different figures, if not, if it is already indicated that 2 figures are necessary, then not need to draw 3 figures. You can draw 2 figures. But here I have given in the general form. So I have drawn 3 figures, the figure number 1, figure number 2, figure number 3. Then after what we do, we measure this angle POQ, which is central angle. Whatever the value, measurement of this angle we obtain, we write here. Look it, it's the measure of angle first figures POQ. Suppose I have measured it and find out it is 50 degree, and similarly we measure the angle PXQ, which I found 25 degree. Similarly in the second figure I measure the central angle and found out it is 60 degree. So here I write in figure first 60 degree, and this inscribed angle I measure it 30 degree. In the figure 3 I found out it 65 degree, and this inscribed angle I find 32.5 degree. Remember one thing, measurement should be correct. You cannot write by yourself. Sometimes students what thinks, who will see it, it may be 1 degree 2 degree different, then it does not matter. No, try to write a better accurate measurement. So after writing the measurement of the angle, what I found, this central angle is half of double of the inscribed angle. So in remark we'll write angle POQ is 2 times of angle PXQ. Same things here also, same things in second, third figures. So lastly we write the conclusion. Therefore central angle is double of inscribed angle. Okay, so inscribed angle. Students, today it's the starting of the circle topics. So we discuss some basic concept of the circles, and then after one of the theorem that I have brought to you, which I have shown how to prove experimentally, because one of the question it's from the central experimental verification. So in today class we conclude it up to here. In next class, after this we'll continue it. I will share with you, and I think it will be useful for you. If you find it is useful, please like, comment and share. Thank you.